Well, hello there, and welcome to 20 Sides of Failure. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. My name is EgsBenny, and today we are dragging a barrel of cats through what will hopefully be a successful Session Zero for Curse of Strahd. It is a horror module that is run by Wizards of the Coast, and it is going to be our little backup campaign while we wish Asher, our Velvet Voice Man, all the luck in the world. But enough about me. It's time to introduce our epic adventurers. Who's going first?
Hi everyone, my name is Ray, and I will. Wait, are we saying what we're going to be playing, or are we just introducing ourselves?
No, just introduce yourself.
Introduce a character as well?
No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
session
Hello
zero,
everybody.
darling. No.
I'm sorry. Hello everybody, my name is Ray.
Go. Don't all fight at once.
I guess I'll follow that up. Hello. My name is Nurin Nightingale. Here to see how brutally we can get murdered by a vampire lord.
Hello, everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood Ness, back at it again with a sad emo boy coming at you. Woo.
And it's me, Dusky B. Yeah. Not Maxwell this time. Someone completely different.
And then, unfortunately, Mythical Dreamer cannot be with us today as they are on another adventure. But we do wish them fun. Wish them good luck. And hopefully they rewatch this VOD so they have an idea of what we're talking about. So, going over the basic premise for you guys, but also for the people at home. The idea of Strahd is that it is a horror game. It is meant to also be a good little bit of an investigation. It's basically a game of what you make of it. If you decide that you want to dive into every little nook and cranny, like, it can be a full-on, like, investigation, find the clues game. If you want to fight monsters and become, like, heroes of, like, the classic tales, we can definitely do that. It's fully up to you guys what kind of adventure you want this to be. But that also includes certain caveats and trigger warnings, because as I said, this is a horror game. And there will be themes, and there will be things inside the content that not everyone is going to be okay with. And it could be something as simple as a fear of spiders, to the full extreme of SA, child abuse, murder, deadly sins. So this is your one and only chance to step forward and say, yeah, that bothers me. I don't want this to be in the game. I don't want this to be a topic that we talk about. I don't want this to be something that I have to endure, I guess is the best way of putting it. Now, obviously, if there's anything that bothers people, you are more than welcome to just be like, oh, yeah, no, I'll just send you a private message later. But feel free now to just voice anything that you're there, like, I don't want that at all anywhere near me.
Give me what you got.
Fair play.
Yeah. I'm good.
I think anything to do with like anything horribly happening to children.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe we take a bit of care there. I think if we handle it kind of most taboo's not the right word, but also I'm struggling for the right word.
Respectfully.
Yeah, as long as we approach it with like respect, and it is not something that we're poking fun at.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we remain respectful, I think we're going to be okay. Because the last thing, because obviously, unfortunately, some of these topics are facts for people in real life, and we don't want to poke at a bruise.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things
Personally-
I'm going to do, in terms of like just like a safeguarding thing, is I'm going to introduce something that people call the X card. I'm just going to call it the X system. Whereas in chat, at any point, if I'm like describing something or going into like a little bit too much detail, or you're getting the inkling that this is going to bring up something that you don't want to talk about, if you just type an X into the chat, I will see it, acknowledge it, and we'll move on.
Okay.
I would like to say, kind of just around this point, while we're talking about the beginning and all that. I know I mentioned it when this was first voted for. I may not be saying a lot through a decent part of this start, because I am currently in a Strahd game bi-weekly on Fridays, run by a really, really good friend. So yeah, we're still like we're still working through it ourselves, but it's that thing of like, I'm not gonna meta games, so if we come to a puzzle or something, I don't be surprised if I don't chime in.
Yeah, but there's also the difference between like your knowledge and your character's knowledge. If your character fully would be there like, oh yeah, I want to go explore that corner, I don't want you to stop yourself.
Oh, I know. No, I'm just saying it's that thing of like, it's just kind of a personal thing of I'm making sure I don't meta, so it's kind of that thing of like, just as an example, because yeah, just as a random example, like if we come on a puzzle door or something and I happen to remember the answer, I'm just basically gonna sit there and have my character kind of kick back and kind of just like, okay, you guys figure this one out. Or like I'll roll to help or something, but it's more of I personally know myself and don't want to unintentionally meta.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, the only thing that would be bothersome to me, I guess, would be like, I guess, detailed descriptions of SA. Like, I'm fine with like dealing with the internal struggle afterwards if when you know somebody's character is going through it or whatever the fuck. But as long as it's not like actual descriptions of somebody being assaulted, I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I never plan on doing that just because that isn't something I want to describe. But I get you completely.
Like, other than that, I'm pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else really comes to mind for me, so.
Well, in that case then, since I've got a number of bring it ons, and as long as we don't bring up this one thing, I'll be fine, I can take that. So then the only other thing I realistically had planned for today as just like a thing that we need to do is, I guess, go over some of the rules that I'm planning on implementing, and then talk about what you guys want to, do in terms of starting this adventure. Because there are multiple different options, and I just want to get your opinion, see where you want to go from here, I just want to touch base with you guys so I kind of know what I'm planning for next week.
Fair enough.
What's the background? Oh, so the castle background that everyone can see is a bit of art that Asher has made for us as just like a generic background picture. I think it's very thematic and pretty, like, spot on the nose for Strahd Castle, but it's basically Asher's parting gift that he gave us a little loading screen to look at. Ooh, but I do also want to throw that out there because I'm aware that there might be some people in chat who aren't as aware of D&D rules as we are, or concepts. If there is anyone that wants to put a question in chat, obviously I might not see it straight away, so be patient, but I do promise I will answer any questions you've got.
And also the players are also, if you can't tell already, we're also pretty active in the chat ourselves.
Also true.
Oh, we try to be.
Someone will get to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I guess the next thing to do is, talk about like expectations. So one of the rules that I'm going to be bringing into this that is a little bit different from, like, say, a standard game of D&D is that I am going to be rolling your death saves.
Oh, okay.
It means that, one, you really don't know if you're dying or not. And it takes away a little bit of the metagame of like, oh, I can leave them on the floor for a bit and let them bleed out because they just succeeded 2 death saves. It adds like a little bit more of a tension to a fight, but it also gives people the chance to roleplay, because while I'm taking away your initiative in terms of like you're not rolling your own death saves, I am going to turn the spotlight onto you and let you have like a quick little, like, maybe 30-second moment to shine of like what is going through your head in this moment. Talk me through, like, it's almost like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, what are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Okay.
Allows
I'm
you
so down
to
for that.
explore some like inner thoughts of the character.
My life flashes before my eyes.
Yeah. What do you see? Because I think it is actually quite revealing in the sense of like, this is what my character sees in their final moments. Like, this is the memory that they flock to.
I like that.
So, on one hand, you might want to be a little bit more cautious about your healing. On the other hand, you'll be fine.
It's healing.
So what I'm hearing is that Dean needs to make an alchemist who can make potions.
I'm not making Mappy again.
To answer your question, Luke, my man cave blanket fort did not end up happening, but I am still in a different room than normal, chilling.
Also, Dee, how dare you not want to make Mavi again?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I do. I would love to bring Mappy again, but I have a different character that I like. I already ran by with Ellie for the basic concept. They like. Could be good.
Mappy.
Mappy 2.0!
Damn it. Oh well, carry on. I'm still trying to get the music to come through. It's like, it's just not working. For people who were not in past campaigns, Dee has a character that he's played before with this group, who was essentially a wizard who could create healing potions.
He's
Yeah.
He
just a
always got
small little
everyone's name
boy.
wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We loved him
Yep.
so much. He's so precious.
And he got everyone's name wrong all the time.
It was his beautiful little quirk.
Yes. Yeah, what did Mavi call Amaranth again?
I would have to go back to that game. I have it
Okay,
all
that's
written
fair.
down.
That's fair. That is fair.
I have everyone's name written down, so I know I would get it wrong.
That is
Except whenever I was
fair.
trying to get it right, and I'd still get it wrong.
That is fair. It's been a while since we've touched that.
It was something like crazy too, like Armenthia or something like that.
I think it wasn't actually that far off. I think it was like Armanath. Like, I think you just swapped like
Yeah.
a couple of things.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. I'm not changing anything else other than like it's still going to be the standard rules of D&D, but I'm not going to be doing the flanking rule.
No.
Nah. Well, because
Goodness,
depending
not
on
a
what you
rogue.
pick in for your party beginnings, you might not know each other. So the idea of you being a well-oiled machine able to create advantages because you're on either side of an enemy doesn't make sense. Because you don't know each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
That can be implemented when we're like, level 3. We actually know each other a little bit more, and we're not like, who the fuck are you?
And
Come
then...
level 3, and we're still like, who the fuck are you?
I've been sharing a camp with you for the past X amount of days, weeks, months, and I still don't know who you are.
I'm not
your
gonna
name?
I don't
lie.
even know your name.
I'm
That's
not gonna
Jerry.
lie. It's been 3 months, and I just noticed you're part of our camp.
I just noticed you use a sword. Have you used a sword this whole 2 days you've been with us? It's been 2 months. What?
Right. Who's the new guy?
We will also do our best to try to keep it light-hearted.
Well, if you
Listen.
want to keep it a light-hearted campaign, that's up to you.
With our group, like, one of us will fucking crack a joke that'll send the other 5, like, reeling into a giggle fit. So,
Sorry, not sorry. Love y'all.
And there is, I was going to say, thinking of rules, there are a couple of homebrew rules that I would do if this was at a table, but because Foundry has its own limitations, I'm just not even going to bring them up. Because
Yeah.
the rules that I would normally do, I can't do on Foundry, as we found out when we did Grim Hollow.
right.
What were his limitations again?
Because normally, so say if I was playing this around a table, I would say that if you hit someone for their AC value, so you basically did hit them, but it just scraped through their armor class, I would say that you dealt a glancing blow. Because the whole thing is like, yeah,
Okay.
you hit them, but you've just beaten their armor, so it doesn't do as much damage.
Okay.
But Foundry doesn't like that. Like, even if you tried to set it up through, like, the quality of life stuff, it just doesn't like it. So I'm like, yeah, we'll just forget that rule. We'll not do that.
To be
Okay.
able to implement that nicely is if we remove the quality of life stuff.
Shh. No, because then I have to do everything manually, and it's grim.
I understand.
Oh my god. But, yeah, I think that's everything in terms of, like, rules. So then I guess a lot of my questioning now turns to you guys, because I don't know how you want to start this, and there are multiple different ways that we can do this. So I guess the first question would be, some of you know each other. I'm fully aware of that. You've already made characters that know and would be interacting with each other. but do you want to know everyone? Like, do you already want to be an established group? Or would you rather be like the stereotypical D&D thing of like strangers meeting together, bonding over like fighting something and then just happening to stick with each other?
I kind of like number 2 personally. It's a little bit less, I guess, work for the rest of us to try and figure out like our own stories, plus on top of that, like how did we meet this other group of 5 people?
Oh no, like what I mean by that is I would run like a little mini adventure that would take you to level 3, and then when you got to level 3, then Strahd would start.
I mean, I'm still good starting with not knowing everyone.
Personally, that's my favorite way, I guess, to start like a new campaign. Is just that like we don't fucking know each other, so everything comes naturally. All of the questioning, all of the quote-unquote secrets revealed, all of the juicy fucking dialogue, all of that shit just happens naturally instead of being like, ah, yes, Jimmy, do you remember that time 3 weeks ago when we crushed goblin skulls with our thighs? Ah, yes, Timothy, I remember that. It doesn't feel as like, personally, obviously, for me, it doesn't feel as authentic. It feels very like paper thin and not very like grounded, I guess. That's not the right word, but
Organic?
yes.
Flip over the coin, though. If we start at level 3 where we already know each other, there's been a past that semi is established. Then for the comedy reasons, you could easily do things like that. It's like, ah, yes, remember, 3 weeks ago whenever you were bringing me that cabbage and I accidentally fell down 8 flights of stairs?
I don't know about you personally, but I'm gonna be that one asshole. It would not fucking make sense for my character to know any of you guys.
With the exception of one member in the group for my character, same.
No, he would probably be like, who the fuck are you, and get out of my room.
Oh yeah, no, there's only...
Nice to have that organic quality,
Growth.
so I wouldn't mind starting lower.
Same.
Fair enough. All starting level 1. That makes it easier on you guys. So it means that you can now edit your character sheets and know that you're only going to have to be level 1.
Yeah!
On that note, revisiting the question I had pre-session, are we doing the roll 4 drop lowest for stats?
So for anyone that hasn't already done their stats, what I do is 4d6, so 6-sided dice, rolled, dropping the lowest value, and then yes, taking those. But what I also do is if you roll your first set and you're like, say for example you roll a 10, 10, 10, 9, 5, 6, and you're like, damn, this is fucking shit, then I'm more than happy for you to roll a second set and choose the second. But you can't mix and match numbers between the two. It's either you pick the first 6 or the second 6.
Fair enough. Is there any, whatchamacallit, like, codes or anything in Foundry to make the rolling for stats easier?
Yes, I can send it to you.
Yes, please.
Also, why for when you roll for stats, everything says it's on Allie's sheet, even though you're on your own sheet?
I was gonna say, somebody making Allie's stats for her?
I promise it's not me.
I think someone just clicked on Allie's sheet, so they're actually, like, piloting her.
Thank you, Dee.
I was gonna say, looking through... And yes, I need to add your pictures, but that is easy enough. Done. I can do that later. Actually, why not? While I'm talking, I'll do it now. People can look at the inner workings of my bloody computer.
Best parts about computers. The inner mechanics.
Wait, who got 2 18s?
Hi.
I thought he was gonna hate me because I got 1
Listen, I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm really good at rolling stats. This happened with Theo. This happened with Aspen. This happened with Ezra. I don't know what the fuck it is. I promise I don't.
Those are 17s, because you have to drop the lowest one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so D, does that automatically
Yes, it automatically drops the lowest one.
Okay, thank you.
Cool beans. I will change that then.
Ooh, there's your dice.
Very nice.
Our dice are very similar.
I was going to say, is there a way that I can...
I mean, that's not terrible.
Altering the layers on the bottom should be able to push things up and back.
Okay, that 16 makes it worth it.
Yeah, that makes it better. Yeah, Dee's just watching me, like, look at this thing, being like, what the actual fuck? But then, actually, that does help, because... Which one is the colour?
You can also like change the style of the frame, I think.
Yeah.
With the, like,
Well, no, you fully
frame
can. It's, I'm relearning how to do this, so it's the fully thing of like, how do I do this?
that is so understandable. Have a nice day.
Like, I'm fully just hovering over everything, being like, show me what this do. What be this? Who are you? Because I know that you fully can change the border. I'm just there like, I don't remember how to do that.
Oh, I think I do.
Go for it.
Okay, so I think you have to add it onto the left. And then you have to, like, or is it, you have to copy or something. I think if you click the copy maybe next to the red icon, it might copy it over. No, it's on the left. But also if you use your scroll on your mouse on top of the picture, it will actually have it scroll into the picture, fit the circle better.
Yeah, no, none this moving.
Okay, let me have a bit of a fool around online, and then I might be able to help you. Because... No, that's the wrong one. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, so that's there, that's that. Do I have to save it and then transport it over?
Oh god, how do we even edit the pictures?
Oh no, I got it. Select another frame. Wait. So, go on then, Ness. Look at the screen. Tell me what you want.
Oh god. Okay.
Well, we'll start with the base colour and then go from there. So, like, is there any colour that you're there like, ooh, that?
Preferably black and red is usually what Val's color scheme is. So
We've got a couple of black and red, like, runes here. We've also got, like, slightly less opaque. There's also like a banded, like almost woven black and red bracelet.
I think probably from the current screen, I guess it would be the first one.
That one there.
Oh gosh. Ah, get moving. Oh gosh. Okay. It would probably be from this current setup right now, it would be the second one to the right, all the way at the bottom. Ah,
That one?
oh god, I'm so bad at this. Okay, so
No, that's alright, that's why we're
if
doing it
you
now.
pull up this screen and you don't, like, and you have all of the frames up and you don't scroll,
Yes.
it would be the second one to the right, all the way at the bottom.
Right,
So, like,
so second to the right, all the way at the bottom.
just don't, okay. Go up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one or that one?
It would be that one. The one, yeah.
And then we'll also... Ah, I see. Okay, yeah. So if I do that, upload image. File this goes to the back. And actually, that's framed in quite nicely. So then it's just the idea of getting him over there.
I keep clicking on the wrong one.
Well, probably.
Perfect.
Nice. That's totally a thing. So actually, while I'm doing this, and while I'm fiddling around with the beauties of the thingy, I'm guessing the best way of describing this as a thing, or at least, yeah, that's the token, so at least the token's done. But then for some reason it's not letting me change the fucking avatar. Oh, that'll be why. Oh my god. That should have changed now. Or at least it should be changing. There we go. Oh yeah, the DM background work, the stuff that we have to do because we forget about it completely. So which one did I just click on? I've just clicked on Ostra, so Ray.
Oh, okay. What do you need me to do, boss?
Look at the screen and tell me which one looks pretty.
Oh, okay.
But first
There's
I'm putting
nothing on
your
the screen.
actual... No, I know. But it's the thing of like, I need to actually get pictures up.
It's really cool, isn't it, Blake, that you get to see all this stuff? Nobody else really shows you.
Yeah. The things for session 0 and what we do.
Okay.
Okay, so if I get rid of that, and then we will add the frame. Obviously, multiple colours. I'm just scrolling slowly so that you can have a look. Yes, this one is Ray's character. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, Strahd can be whatever game you want it to be. So you don't necessarily need to give me an answer right now straight away. But say, for example, another horror game that I'm running, not necessarily Strahd, but horror. The gamers basically said that they wanted me to run it like an escape room, was their, like, tagline. So they didn't really want any tips from me, they were, like, expected to take notes, but if they were really struggling, I would help them. So I guess I then look to you guys, being like, what would you like me to do for this game? Because it can be like a detective game where you find all the clues and solve all the puzzles and you like beat the boss at the end because you've put all the little clues together, or it can be an absolute fucking slogfest where you decide to barge into every village, like attack people immediately. There will be side quests. There will be like timed objectives. So if you don't do it within a certain amount of days, there will be consequences. How do you want to play this? How much hand-holding do you want me to give you?
If it is like an escape room, are we able to be like, lady in the camera, can we help?
Yeah, if you fully were there, like, I would like you to be hands-off until we actively ask for a hint. I can do that. But then it will be up to you as a group to take thorough notes, remember who NPCs are, and take note of when I say things.
Bet.
I've got.
Sorry, can we scroll up a bit more? I'm just... I didn't want to say anything while you were talking.
No, that's fair. That was the natural break in the thing.
I don't know if it's just my screen, but is like third one across. 1, 2, 3,
So
5
1,
down.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is that pink or is that red?
That is... It is technically a red, but we could, like, push it for a fuchsia.
Let's have a look at that one. Oh, no, I do not like that.
Fair enough.
This is where everybody realizes that I'm high maintenance.
At this point, we nod.
Just smile and wave.
Smile and wave, boys. But me doing this gives people a choice to think about, like, what I've just told them.
Oh, okay. The second one across, second one down.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah. It takes a... There's a lag. I like that, if we could lower the picture down a little bit more.
I was gonna say, I should be able to either drag the layer up or move the picture down. Because I remember that I did it.
I think you have to unlock it, I think is the thing.
Where's the lock? Oh, there.
Next to the eye, I think.
It's like there?
No, on the
No,
photo.
I'm moving the token. Where do you want it?
I wanted the picture lower, not the frame moved.
Okay, so if I line that back up there, relock that, unlock that, picture lowered. Are you basically just wanting to see like the top of hair?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like to there.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Nice. Lock that in place, and then I will download that.
Thank you. Sorry, on my maintenance.
No, you're all good. And it means that that's now in the downloads, and I can add that. Well, I don't know, actually, why not? Upload. Downloads. And they're the same, there's that. I can apply those. And then that's done.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm not expecting
right.
people. I'm not expecting people to give me what's it called? An answer straight away. But it's something that I would like you to think about. Because the difficulty is realistically what you make it.
Okay.
Personally, go.
Oh,
Is
sorry,
it about the race?
language. I just needed to know.
Oh, we know Celestial in common, and
Okay.
I chose Elvish because I thought, you know,
Okay, cool.
it's a pretty language.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty in quotation marks.
Okay. Not going back to matter at hand. Sorry.
The white hooded thing on the left, Luke, is literally just like, you know, on Facebook, where it's like it gives the blank avatar of like, you haven't put a picture here yet. That's all it means.
Generic space holdish.
Mm-hmm.
For like how you want to run the game difficulty, I am like so down for something very similar to what we did with Grim Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Where like it's dark and gritty and like this world is out to get you. So like be careful and your decisions kind of have consequences.
Hey, Naren, take the question of do bards only play music? Oh, already on it.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Bards only play music. No, not actually.
They are the most.
Oh.
They are the most versatile support class.
I'm gonna say they're very support based.
Yeah, bards are honestly one of my favorites.
They're here to steal the show, but also make sure that show is set up very beautifully.
They can all. It also, I swear I'm a bard in real life. The jack of all trades. I know a little bit about a lot of things, but I am an expert in none of it.
Jack of all trades, master of a number, better than a master of one.
Uh-huh.
Saying, and I love it. But also, bards can be very much. I've fucked my way into this. I'll fuck my way.
So if this one's for my frame, I'll actually do pretty much the same one that Ray did. That one was really pretty.
It was that one.
Second across, second down.
And then I'll do the exact same thing where I just bring the picture down.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be brought down quite as low. I just
Save.
okay. That's good. A little bit higher.
A little bit higher.
Yeah. I'm obviously working with like the delay in the background on the stream, so.
Mm-hmm.
As of what I see on the stream right now, it looks good.
Okay. I hadn't moved it in a while specifically to be there like, okay. Yeah, so then for the avatar, we modify... Well, actually, to be fair, for the avatar, I probably should have just put in, like, your picture rather than your token, but at the same time, I can't be asked.
I swear the plan isn't to I want to answer Luke. I really, really want to. There's actually the convention I'm going to next weekend. Which I guess reminder for eggs on that I might not be here next week because I don't know how long or like how late that convention's gonna run. But they're doing like LARP events and everything. I just can't do any right now. There were also no spaces left when I got there.
Actually, no, we'll leave that as that.
If you unlock the photo,
Mm.
then you should be able to like scroll in more so you don't have hand or spiral in the way.
No, that's very true.
And can center the photo as well.
Because it's all one solid thing now. I cannot.
Yeah.
In that case, then we delete that and. I will find that frame again.
And the hunt begins.
Mm-hmm. I think it was just literally that one. How to get rid of the spiral binding while also getting rid of the thumb.
Yeah, my bad.
No worries, boo, we got you.
Grab the knife.
I don't have a fucking scanner yet, so it's all just
I mean, in fairness,
great lighting, go cha-ching.
I think I've actually done it though.
Beautiful.
Oh,
But can you also just say, like, Ness's skill here? He's incredible.
Aw, shucks. You're gonna make me blush.
I don't think it's shucks, I think it's art.
and then I don't have art for D yet, I don't have art for Ali yet, and then Ash's sheet is just very fast, it turns up.
Fair enough.
Would
So
you like
actually-
me to put the pictures that we do have into the Discord?
Yeah, now that we've done the session 0, pictures that we do have, send away into the character art. And-
That
Yeah, and if
We
people...
have pics from stream, we don't have character art.
We do. So there is obviously the Discord connected to 20 Sides of Failure. If you want to see character art, if you want to see the NPC art that I'm going to be creating, if you want to see maps, if you want to see anything, they will be posted in the art channel for the 20 Sides of Failure Discord. Head over there. You'll see everything there.
It's just pics from stream.
I mean, it is just picked from stream, but hey, it's technically the art channel.
I have to remember which one is which. And the only way I remember it is because my golden eye is on the left because my sister is always right.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm hearing people are wanting it difficult, people are wanting it to be challenging, people are wanting a couple of hints if they're like struggling, like where do we go next? You know what I'll do? I'll be like every video game ever where you bring up the objectives page and it's just like, well, Jeremy from the pub talked about hearing strange noises in the woods.
I'm so down for that.
We just have a generic book that just talks to us. It doesn't have words written into it.
Oh yeah, like thematically for the stream, I have ideas in my head of like how I'm gonna present all of this to you guys, and it's like, it's gonna be fun.
I like it.
So now, that is everything that I wanted to like talk to you guys about. So I'm aware that I'm putting you on the spot. but are there any questions that you guys have for me? And, like, there is no stupid questions. You can just literally yell anything out, and I will give you a genuine and honest answer.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I mean, yeah, I literally just said no stupid answers. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Is there any questions that you want us to ask?
Oh, fuck.
Way to turn the tables.
No, that's completely fair.
I see your table and I turn it.
So,
Well, this is a tennis
obviously,
match now.
scheduling-wise, I'm gonna need art and backstories before next session.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
need that from you guys. And then I'll obviously need to talk to Ali because she's going to want to create a character. But that'll be my own time that you guys don't need to worry about. Anything that I want you to ask me about? I think I've said this already, but the campaign is milestone, which means that you guys don't need to worry about fighting monsters to get experience. It's all going to be based on objectives and you completing certain missions, finding certain artifacts, etc. Yeah, always homework for the players, especially when it's not done.
That's the best part.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you'd already put your picture in there.
I don't give a fuck. Do it. I don't care.
Do it twice.
They're all in there now.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Okay. I'm having a bit of annoyance trying to get starting equipment put in. Do I roll starting gold? Essentially?
No, you should be able to, just select starting equipment and not have to worry about...
Okay, because it's giving me, obviously, like, typical options. It was
You
just a thing of-
sometimes do get options because of the class. So, like, I know for cleric, I got to choose between 2 weapons, depending on if, because some clerics are proficient in martial weapons and some are in simple weapons. So I could leave the option. And then some of them are also, again, armor. So, and I think that was like leather, scale, and chain. So you do have to pick between them, but also be wary of like your armor proficiency, your weapon proficiencies when you're selecting. That's probably why you might be having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I was gonna say on that note, there's a couple of things it won't let me select. Like at the bottom, it's saying like chainmail and this thing, but I can't like click it. It's got the circle when I try.
Do you want me to give it a go?
I was going to say, like, I obviously can't see what you're seeing because you're in the middle of creating the character. But if you want to wait until after the stream, you can share your screen and I can do it with you. As I crack my shoulders. But other than that, there's nothing necessarily that I want you to ask me. It's just more the thing of if you guys have any, like, lingering doubts, or you've just thought of something that I didn't talk about, or, you know, they're like, ooh, before we start, do we need to do this, this, and this? Like, generic shit.
2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
What is the preferred length of backstory?
The preferred length of what?
Of a backstory.
Oh, a backstory. Coming from the person that wrote Asher 11 pages of a Word document.
So 11 pages. Got it.
I'm back.
22 pages. Got it.
Essentially, as long as you want it to be. But whatever details you don't fill in, they're mine.
Understood.
Rin was a part of the old one. She was one of the NPCs we met right at the end. So if you think of Rin as the cut-off point.
He saved us from, ironically, the vampires.
Hmm?
Or she was one of the ones that saved us from a vampire.
Oh my god.
Neri, do you still need help? Or you got it sorted now?
Yeah, no, I'm still confused.
Do you want me to go into it and then ask you the questions so it all gets loaded in?
Well, because she's already
Nah.
started, I think she'll have to cancel the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It might also be because you haven't clicked level up to get you to level 1 yet, maybe?
I was in the middle of importing my class and putting that in.
Ah, okay.
Which is where it basically is throwing, like, yeah, because I just did my class, I did the level, and it's towards the end of that, it's like standard starting equipment, or the gold. It's like, do you want to roll your starting gold, or enter your starting gold, and choose between
No,
this
so you
and
literally just
No.
click starting equipment.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm on. I'm just, like, here. I can take screenshots of my browser.
Yeah, send
Do you
screenshots
want
into
to
chat, it'll be fine.
share your screen so I can have a look in?
Oh, actually,
Like
to
in
be
trouble
fair,
with that?
because I'm not capturing the Discord server, so if you want to share your screen, and then we can always have a look through there.
Turn on camera.
But yeah, D, you said you had a second question.
It was answered.
Fair enough.
There we go. Yeah, this right here. Like, all of this fun stuff. Yeah, mostly, I figured out how to get this before, but it won't let me select it.
Okay, no, so you get that already. That's why there isn't an option there, you get that already.
Okay. And my son is coming in.
Yeah, I guess it's because the DM is there like, oh, we are the mystical person above everything else. There's like, we know everything, we see all, know all kind of thing.
DM is God.
Mm. And also it's the kind of thing of like, we're meant to be faceless. Because the whole point is we are everyone. But yeah, there isn't a preferred length. Considering obviously you will be level 1 before the backstory starts, I'm not expecting reams and reams, especially since from the looks of it you've all picked quite young races. So I'm not expecting anyone to be above the age of 30.
Time to remake the character. I'm gonna be an 80-year-old man again.
I was literally about to say.
Again?
I mean, I've been it twice.
Mm.
Once
Okay.
not by choice, the other one by choice.
But I should also...
Okay, Grandpa. Grandpa,
should
you'll be the first
also-
one we sacrifice.
Shush, mush. But I should also say, because of the way that Strahd works, the campaign ends either when you win or you die, essentially. So if you start writing things being like, oh, there's this unresolved thing in my backstory that I'm fully expecting to like dive into and tear apart and explore, I can only do that to a certain extent. Because there is no, oh, once we beat the villain at the end, we carry on being an adventuring party and go out into the world. It's like, nah. Once the big bad guy is dead at the end, the story's done and we're done.
So what you're telling us is we don't kill Strahd at the end, we just put him in a coffin, chain it up, and drag it around with us.
Mm. Well, no, it's more the thing of like, well, say for example, I had a player say, if my parents ever found out that I was going around with a band of misfits that weren't of my race, they would actually probably send a hitman to, like, try and kill them. I was like, well, you're in a demi-plane, and all they know is you've been abducted, let alone that you're travelling around with a bunch of misfits. So don't come up with backstory things of, like, outside this demi-plane, this would be affected, because you're stuck in a demi-plane.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, yeah, the one time that I played a pre-written campaign, my character was super simple. It was just like, yeah, I'm not expecting any character story out of this. Like, I'm not expecting any development. There was still, like, potential for her story, but it was more of just like, it gets her from point A to point B. She's been accused of murder and she's on the run. She didn't do it, but it got her from point A to point B.
Oh. But one of the things I will say, like, I know that you guys, I'm not really the person talking to, but Ali, when you rewatch this VOD and you get to this point, this is me talking to you, I am very open to a lot more than I normally would be, because the whole point is that you're getting sucked into a demi-plane. So if you want to be an elven princess, go on and be an elven princess. But if you want to be a Loxodon hellfighter, like, you be a Loxodon. You be that elephant person, because you know what? Fuck it.
How do I describe demi-planes in
Okay,
words?
so...
Because
No, I've got it. So, pocket dimension is the best way of putting it. It is a tiny little dimension that has been created for a purpose. It's not like a world of its own, it's just a little pocket place that they've ended up in.
I suppose if we're going from the first campaign, it would be kind of like the elements. But my characters said they were technically in demi-planes. Which is how the whole thing of, like, you don't find the five elements you.
Ye-
Real quick, Ray, I sent you another message.
On
Discord.
okay.
I mean, I don't think I have you on anything else. I mean, I have you on TikTok and Instagram, but I don't message you on there.
Okay.
Oh,
so... Go on.
that's a couple of questions I've got for you. So obviously with the instruments, what if we want to play an instrument that isn't one of the ones that are given in game?
No, that's fair enough.
So for example, like if you wanted to play a fiddle instead of a viol, or like a piccolo instead of a flute,
Oh yeah,
are we
like
still
they
putting
can...
it under viol, or are we still putting it under like
Oh yeah,
flute
like...
and viol? Or...
Just put it down as a viol and you can be like, it's reskinned as a fiddle. I really don't care that much.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, can I play the bagpipes? And I'd be like,
Bagpipes is actually an option in this.
No, I'm aware.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've had a character before that... Sorry, but I've had a character that actually played a hurdy-gurdy, and I put it down as bagpipes, because they're both drone instruments.
The way that I basically explain D&D instruments is I'm happy with you being like, I have this weapon that is not in the books, I have this machine that doesn't do this, as long as you can justify why you've got it. In the sense of musical instruments, yes, you might need two hands to play them, but every single musical instrument in the player's handbook can be held in one hand while you cast spells or use a rapier in the other. If you can show me how you would be able to hold it in one hand and cast with the other, you can use it. It's how one of my bards is using a saxophone. But technically that's everything I wanted to go over. So if people want to discuss characters in this open bit of media, you can do. Or you can fully look at me and be like, nope, I want everything about my character to be private until it's figured out in the session, which would also be completely valid. It is up to you guys what you want from me now. Like, this is your time to, like, get help, I guess.
You said, like, there are a lot of ways that we could start the campaign. Do you mean, like, with us, like, meeting up and, like, finding each other type of way? Or
Yeah.
just, like...
No, I get you. So the book actually gives multiple scenarios, but they give like little caveats to it. So there's one that's essentially they don't know each other, they're nowhere near each other, mystical things happen, and now they're next to each other. But there are a couple that are a little bit more involved in the sense of like, if you're setting this in the Forgotten Realms, you can use these villages as a base, or you can just reskin it to be any village you like. Oh, they've helped out a Baron, which is what I was talking about in the sense of like, oh, maybe you want to start at level 3, with the idea being that you helped out this Baron to get to level 3. It's like, oh, they've helped this Baron, and then they get a summons from like a neighbouring village. Like, there's multiple introduction scenarios that I could pick. Or I could go through them with you all and be like, which one sounds good to you?
Very interesting. A lot of options.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I tried to narrow it down when I was there, like, oh, do you guys want to start level 1 or do you want to start level 3? Because technically both are valid. Nothing that you need to, I was going to say, give me a definitive answer now. But as long as we come to a decision by, like, midweek, then I know what I'm doing.
So I'm so sorry. I was trying to help somebody say that again.
So, there are multiple ways that I can introduce you guys to the story. Which is why I was asking, did you want to start at level 3 or level 1? Because then that would help me, like, kind of put some of the introductory scenarios to one side. Because it's like, oh, well, they want to start at level 1, so I don't look at that one. But off the top of my head, it's magical means have brought you together, and like you don't know each other, and go. And then another one is you're asked to investigate like some attacks on some villagers, and then that brings you in. Or I believe it's a thing of you're given an invitation from like a travelling caravan to like join them in their travels. There are multiple ways of doing it.
So caravan, town, or just whoopsie daisy.
Oh yeah, it fully gives you, but I think the whoopsie daisy one gives everyone the most freedom, because then they can literally put anything in their backstories and it doesn't tie them down to a place or a location.
That was actually my second question. It was like, how do you want us to, like, at the end of the backstory, like, put in a loop of, like, for example, we were going to here or we were doing this and then we got plucked out of thin air?
If we chose that scenario.
Okay.
if we chose the scenario of, oh, you literally got plucked out of thin air, then I would kind of want you at the end of your backstory to be like, oh, we were travelling from generic place and we were heading to generic place to do generic thing.
Okay.
Obviously, if we picked other scenarios, it would be a case of session 1 would actually be probably a little bit more traditional in the sense of like, you meet in a tavern, you look at the notice board and you see this, this and this.
Okay. I don't mind doing the one like where we just get like plucked from thin air.
Honestly, I could go either. Obviously, these aren't all our options, but like the Whoopsie Daisy and the like coming together to investigate X town seems to be the most plausible, personally, for me so far.
I like the town one. It is just me.
Game for
Also-
any for now.
Also, Eggs, can I be the wuss and ask you to look over my sheet when you get a chance?
Sure.
And make sure I got what I need.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I do, but I always usually miss something unless I'm making a character on D&D Beyond.
No worries. I'll look at it once the stream is done so I don't share all your secrets.
Yeah, that's fine.
Gotta keep some surprises.
Yeah.
So what did you say, D? Because you kind of got covered by Krista there.
No, say right. I was game for whatever
Fair.
starts.
So from the sounds of it, it's like you're literally tied between Whoopsie Daisy and the town, which is completely fair. What I'll do is I'll wait to see what Ali says, and then if she like swings the vote either way, then I'll let you guys know.
Fair enough.
Okay, sounds good.
Because I only think it's fair that even though she's not here, Ali should be able to add her 2 cents. And this is when she chooses neither of those, and I'm like, well, tough shit. Oh, I wish Asher was like far enough along where 20 Sides had affiliate, because I would start like a betting poll with bits to just be like, if Ali makes elven sorcerer or just an elven princess, you win the bet.
You can't save this now because she'll watch this and then
I
it'll be
don't
like,
care. I don't care if she watches this. Ali, you make elven princesses all the time, and that's completely fine. It's your thing. Not judging. I'm just saying we know what you like.
I've made my bet and I'm still sticking with it.
Mm-hmm. But also, this is when Ali doesn't watch this, and I'm there like, well, watch the VOD, you dingus.
In all fairness, I wouldn't have watched it.
Hmm. But in fairness, that's everything I've got. And if that's everything you guys got, we fabulous, we good.
Yeah, I'm not really. I don't have any questions
Mm-hmm.
or anything. I'm pretty down.
Fair enough. In that case, what I'll do is I will say that this is the end of this particular stream. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Next week, we should all be set up and ready to go so that episode 1 will be next week and we get to see these characters in all their beautiful glory. But all I have left to say is thank you and good night. Say good night, lovely people.
Good
Good
night.
night, guys.
Good night.